Ever diagnosed with any type of like mental illness or any type of diagnosis, any type of learning disability, anything like that?
I have a crazy problem.
What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Play that louder now, because we don't get to hear that often. Say it louder. I think you are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me. Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, man.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy.
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet. And I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something. If I get my hands on you, I promise you, you're going to know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That is my song, y'all. Welcome to Monday Night Party in a Chat, live over here in the Palace. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us and joining us. We like to party down on a Monday night. Listen, we're very well aware that it's a school night, but we break the rules over here. We break the rules over here. Mama, we outside. We on YouTube running all up and down these streets. And honey, we going to have a good time tonight. Now, let me just give y'all a heads up. It is storming where I'm at in Texas. So if I happen to lose power or anything like that, just charge it to the game. I'll be back. If I can't get back on tonight, I'll get back on when I can. Or I'll just work off of my cell phone. Okay? So that's the plan. That's how we're rolling tonight. And welcome to Party in the Chat, child. Hopefully everybody had a good day and a great start to the work week. I know I did. But listen, Lavita said, let's go. Listen, we are. Are y'all shocked that I have Nell Fletcher and LaTisha Scott on my thumbnail for Party in the Chat tonight? Are y'all shocked about that? I had to. And I'm going to tell you why. Listen. Nell, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Nell. I saw a clip that came across Instagram. I saw it this morning. It could have been out there longer. And when I tell you, Nell read LaTisha for filth, put her in her place, handled her like a grown woman should, grew her ass up in real time overnight on camera. Listen, I was clutching my pearls. Literally, I was literally clutching my pearls. I said, there you go, Nell. Now that's how you read. That's how you put her in her place. Had her stumbled, tongue-tied. Listen, sent her home packing. I was like, oh my God. It was good, y'all. Nell deserves a standing ovation. And when I looked at the clip and I was like, let me look at it, right? Damn, it made me realize how long and how much LaTisha had been coddled on that show. Ain't nobody really put you in your place or made you earn your coin and earn your keep like you should have been. Nell handed you your ass. We gonna run it down. Baby, it was a 4-minute and 20-second clip. And when I tell you Nell handled you like you should have been handled umpteen years ago, y'all, it was one for the books. It was one for the books. LaTisha was so out of whack when Nell got done with her. The best she could do was lie and say that Nell was yelling and attacking her. Girl, you out of your league. You out of your league. And when I say Nell, listen, we finna play it. And then we gonna shift to the Real Housewives of Miami. I am caught up and I got a lot to say. I don't care. I'm dropping a link tonight. Where's How You See a TV? Is she here? Because I know she ready. But I'm dropping a link for her tonight. It's Party in the Chat. That's what we doing tonight, okay? Guerdy get on my damn nerves, and I'm going to come to that. She doing way too much. And it's reminding me of Garcelle Bouvet. That's what it's given. It's given I'll do anything, and I mean anything, to be in the crowd with these white women, and I'm not liking it. I have secondhand embarrassment. And Guerdy, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you in the hallway? I don't like it. I don't like it. Kiki and Guerdy can go. They can go. And I said what I said. This is an embarrassment. I was going to say to the black women, but more so to the Haitian women. I mean, y'all need to have a town hall and see what the hell is going on the Real Housewives of Miami, because this ain't it. And you know what? I said I wasn't going to start with Guerdy, but this is freaking embarrassing. Okay. Thank you, Queen Liz. Thank you, Queen Liz. She said, I like Guerdy, but you're right. Listen, an embarrassment. So the African Americans are going to sit this one out. We're going to let the Haitian girls handle this. Do we have any Haitian girls in the chat that can help me out tonight? I'm just trying to see, honey, because it ain't got to be this way. And so I'm not liking this, Guerdy. I'm not liking how you're clamoring around and chasing after. I'm going to just call them white tails, like a white tail bunny, okay? These white tails. I don't like it, Guerdy. It's not good for the spirit. And I'm going to come back to that in a minute. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Yeah, because y'all didn't like when I talked about Garcelle. But she was doing the fool behind Sutton. And then Sutton embarrassed her ass. Because when it push came to shove, Sutton chose her people. Sutton chose her community. Okay? Kiki, what's her name? Kiki and Guerdy doing everything but standing up and holding and supporting each other. Okay? It's shameful. It's blasphemous, to say the least. But I want to get into this LaTisha thing. You said just call Julie out for cheating. Listen, okay, hold on. We're going to come back to that. But listen, let's get into this clip, everybody. Welcome. Of Nell Fletcher reading LaTisha Scott down for filth. Now, you would have think Miss Wonder would have put in better training than that. I mean, all that shit Miss Wonder be talking on YouTube. LaTisha can't sit down with a grown woman and hold her own. What you say, Naked? I said it's not good for the spirit. It's not. All right, so let's get into this clip, honey. Let me share my screen. We finna get right into it. Embarrassment. Hold on. We finna get right into it. It says something went wrong. Let me reload my page. Hold on, y'all. So here we go. And then I have a question about something that I see regarding LaTisha. Did LaTisha get her face done? Not all the way, but maybe some fillers or something. It could be me. It could, because I didn't have my glasses on, and then I went to put them on, and I was like, something looks different. And it's not like so obvious, but I was like, I wonder if she got a little bit of fillers done. Here we go, y'all. Let me know when y'all can see it. It looks like y'all can see it. Okay, here we go.
Thank you. How you been?
I've been okay. I'm just like, I decided to invite you out here to speak about this girl's thing.
LaTisha looks different to me, and I'm not sure if it's the hair. I do like the poofy hair. I like the poofy natural hair. How many episodes are they? I haven't had a chance to watch, and I'm not watching, but are they like 3 or 4 episodes in? Miss Nell has like this red hair going on. So they come in, they gonna sit down, right? This is the start of it. LaTisha's adopting like this coffee color trend that she's been starting since last year. I think she's pulling a Lisa Ray, but maybe more with the earth and the coffee tones. But okay, they start off lighthearted. I'm just calling out some things that I noticed before they get too deep into the conversation. Here we go.
Getting to know each other.
Okay.
And I kind of like
I'm trying to get comfortable.
At the party. You got in my husband's face.
Chris, you're to the stage right here, Chris.
I don't report to LaTisha.
What?
Oop. Now, I love it because you did get in that man face on this clip, and he said he doesn't report to you. Now, as sensitive as you were regarding Marcel being around Melody, you should be the last to be in anybody's husband's face. for as sensitive as you are regarding your husband. But let's continue.
What do you mean about the NDA? You said it.
And me and your husband have already talked about it.
I'm like, whoa, she's really on 100 right now.
I don't remember being on 100.
Well, I felt like he was on 100.
Oh, shit. Come on, Nell. But I felt like, oh, y'all, finna walking like a dog. I don't remember being on 100, but I felt like you was. Calm, cool, collected. Let's go.
Okay, that's fine. You're entitled to your feelings.
Okay, so now I don't know what to say. I'm uncomfortable. You calling me out. So I'm going to go into this nervous thing. Okay, that's fine. You're entitled to your feelings. Let's go.
I don't remember getting into Chris' face like that, but I don't like the way she's talking to me right now.
How is she talking to you right now? Somebody help me out. How is she talking to you right now? Like a grown woman? Like grown women talk? When they call your ass to the carpet, real calm? I'm going to give you a chance to sit down and be the lady. But shit, we can keep it straight if you need to. So how is she talking to you?
I mean, wow. I didn't expect for Nell to just get into it right here, but...
Oh, you met her. LaTisha, meet Nell Fletcher. You expected Nell to kiss your ass on camera because you're used to everybody else kissing your ass on camera. And you thought for sure that you had the money in the bag. You thought you were about to walk into this scene and own it and wreck shop.
But okay, let's go.
I don't remember being on 100, but I do remember the conversation. Because I remember Marcel was like, oh, well, we cleared it up. He said it was something, whatever. And
no, it's not whatever. Let's talk.
I was like, that makes sense to me. I don't feel like it's okay what he said, how he said things. And that's the second time he said something about Marcel that I felt.
So your husband told you we good. We cleared it up. As men, we talk. But you not good because you don't want nobody in your business, but you've been in everybody else's business for how long has the show been on? 7 seasons, 8? What season are they in now? 9, 10 seasons? So you can get in everybody else's marriage and everybody else's business, but you get uncomfortable when you got next.
Like, was not okay.
What was the first thing?
When Marcel met him in Georgia and Atlanta to go look at some commercial spots.
So here we go again about the Atlanta. Like, God. Well, Marcel brought my husband's name up first. So maybe if he hadn't brought my husband's name up, then nothing would have been said about him.
It's not.
Bloop. Y'all chew on that. So it's okay for you and your husband to come up and bring up everybody else's husband and wives, and we can't say shit back. That's the type of time y'all on. But you know what? For years, the producers of the show, Kingdom Reign Entertainment, have allowed the Scotts to run amok in Huntsville. And they didn't have to open their lives up. They were protected in a sense because I believe the disdain that the producers had for Melody was far more important than they had for making a great show.
It's not about bringing a name up.
Yes, it is.
Well, I think Marcel said Chris actually took a selfie with him to prove to you that he was where he said he was.
That's not true.
You see how this broad like to go low? You see how this broad like to go low with other women? Well, actually, Marcel said that your husband is the cheater. Not in those words, but in those words. Does this not seem familiar? The same thing that she did with Melody long time ago? That's why your husband bought a matching BMW. Now we're seeing history repeat itself. Hold on. Because Marcel said he actually had to do a selfie to prove to you that your husband was where he said he was and that your husband's not cheating. So actually, y'all are the ones with the marriage problems.
True. I was with Fletcher.
He was with him when Marcel had their meeting?
I would have been like, bitch, where was you? Because I was in Atlanta. Run me down. Where was you? Where was you? Huh? Because I was with mine. Why was you crying in the seat of a Honda?
No,
I was in Atlanta. And Chris said, let's take a selfie because he had to prove to you that he was with Marcel.
You a damn lie. Chris ain't said. And listen, let's just say he did. Let's just say he did. Okay. Let's just play devil's advocate. He did. That means both of them was cheating. That means both of them was cheating. But Chris is a little bit more involved with his wife. He gonna send a selfie. Marcel don't give a damn. Let's go with your story, because birds of a feather flock together. So if Chris had to send a selfie time-stamped and dated, then they both was out there doing wrong.
This all started on the count of Marceau. They went to Atlanta Fish Market, got food. He brought me food back. I'm not with the making up bull. Now, what he did after that, I don't know. That's between him and her.
And I love how Nell still kept it classy in the confessional. LaTisha went low and dirty and still came out looking like a goddamn fool. You try to rub it in that lady's face. And let me just say something. I always tell people do to you what would hurt them. Let me say it again. People do to you what would hurt them. People do to you what would cause them to stress out. Oh, let me rub it in this bitch face. Oh, your husband had to take a selfie because you insecure. And your husband had to prove to you that he wouldn't cheat again. Let me say that. Let me say that to her, because I know that would fuck me up if she said that to me about Marceau, because we have had cheating problems. So I'm going to throw that shit out there. Oh, watch, I'm going to watch. And then nothing. You fell short. You fell short. Because we not the same, little mama. We built different. You still wet behind the ears. I'm a big girl. Nell's a big girl. She been there, done that. Nell cried in the bed for 2 years. It ain't nothing worse. Kristen already did the worst that he can do to her. You can't grow Nell up. She grew you up in this scene.
I know what I was doing and what my husband was doing. Period.
You guys have to take ownership. You have to take ownership. I'm taking ownership.
No, you're not. You're not taking ownership. That Marceau brought up his name first.
I said I don't know who brought who name up.
Oh, now you don't know. You know everything else, but you did know that.
Marceau said you asked your husband where he was. And he said I was with Chris Fletcher.
Okay.
Yes, I went to Atlanta. And yes, I went there with a friend. Well, I met a friend there. Me and this friend went out to dinner.
Who was we?
Me and Chris Fletcher.
Girl, you know that nigga was lying. And now you trying to gaslight that lady and say, well, your husband is the one that had to take a selfie. Okay.
So for him to say, and he paused first, but you said this is not the first time my husband brought up your husband's name. And I said,
I didn't like what he said.
See, now she's trying to play semantics. That's when have you ever been in an argument with somebody like this? And they know they wrong as hell. But instead of backing up off that thing, they've overcommitted. So they gonna go with it. They gonna take it there, right? But listen, what they gonna do is get all up in there with semantics and wordplay. No, I didn't say. I said I thought. I did it. You say, yeah, my husband. Okay, let's keep it rolling.
Right, but you said this is not the first time, and then you brought up the Atlanta situation. Marceau started that. That came from Marceau.
Okay, it doesn't matter who started it.
Oh, no, it matters, bitch, because that's why you got me here today. Let's go. You gonna earn that check today.
It doesn't matter as long as to you.
You don't have to get loud.
Ain't nobody getting loud. Come on, Nell. Whoop her ass. Let's go.
What I gotta do? That's that I'm talking about right there. That she like to do. She like to make you question yourself. Like, am I raising my voice when I know I'm really not? I'm not doing no more than what she is.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna meet you where you at. I'm gonna meet you where you at. That's what Nell is saying. I'm right where you at. Because if I go over you, it would be considered an overkill. If I go below you, you're gonna feel like you dominating. So I'm gonna stay right with you. We're going to ride this wave together. Shout out to OMFG Reality TV. This is where I pulled the clip from on Instagram. Let's continue.
Okay, so if you're not going to be respectful, then this conversation is going to end. I'm absolutely being respectful.
Okay.
If you're not going to be respectful, then I'm leaving. Because she's eating your ass up like a Southern belle, and she's sitting there. So it sounds to me like you're asking for a participation trophy, and you're asking her to let you win and let you score. Now you're getting uncomfortable. Okay, so if you're going to be disrespectful, the lies you tell yourself, the narrative that you run with. Oh, the narrative, the story in your head. The story in your head.
Ever diagnosed with any type of like mental illness or any type of diagnosis, any type of learning disability, anything like that?
I have a crazy problem.
Because that's what it's given in this time frame.
And I'm not your child either.
You're absolutely correct.
So do you want to have a conversation now?
Do you want to have one?
Oh, geez.
Ooh! Is Nell not tearing her ass up, reading her for filth, not letting up off the gas, putting this girl in her place, propping her up just right, shot after shot after shot with precision and execution. Bam! Let's go.
Jesus.
Look. She had to look to production for help. Help me.
That's all.
Tequila for this company.
Exactly. That's what I felt the other night.
No, if you want to have a
conversation,
we can talk. But if you're going to get loud with me and be disrespectful, I'm not going to have this conversation with you.
You've been disrespectful. You was disrespectful.
Okay. So I'm not having this conversation. When you're ready to talk to me, hit me back up, girl.
Oh, girl, we ain't got to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely not about to have a yelling match in here.
No, it wasn't yelling. You're not qualified. You out of your league, pumpkin. Go home. Go play with the kids. That is the grown-ups table.
Like, this is a place that I have meetings at with parents of my kids' school. So this is not the place for us to be yelling back and forth at each other. So I'm done with this.
Girl, bye. Take that ass whooping. Take that ass whooping.
Hey.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let Marceau know so he can come help you and save you. So he can jump in the girls' fight and get some scratches. And
some good coffee date.
Got her ass handed to her. Nell embarrassed the hell out of you. Stay in your place. I had to run it up, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to. I was like, oh my God. How come this could not have happened last? This was, listen, proper execution. Proper execution. Thank you, Nakey. She says, Queen, you cooking. Proper. Nell, thank you. On the behalf of the palace. I don't know, Inez, but let her go. Let her cry in her Ford or her Honda. Hell, she riding. Let her go cry. Let her pull aside. Pull on the side of the road and get herself together. That's all I'm saying. Nell handled her ass. Because Tisha remind me of them girls. I told you, I always say weak bitches attack in packs. They attack in packs like a bunch of hyenas, right? And that's what Kimmy and LaTisha remind me of, you know, in previous seasons where they could not have a conversation with the other women without them tag teaming or double teaming. So I like the fact, and I haven't watched the show, right? I just saw this clip, but it seems like production is forcing them to have these different one-on-ones with the other women where they can't come in and debo everybody. And I like it because LaTisha not built for this, period. You're not built for it. You tell me this, I need a shot of tequila. For what? For what? Woody the drunk? Fred Sanford. But listen, that was it. That's all I had on that. That's all I had on that, honey. When I tell you it was good, I clutched my pearls. I had to. I was like, Nell she handled her damn thing. Nell handled her damn business, and I hope you stay on her this season. I really do. But Nell, they gonna come for you. I'm sure they are. That's just the way that show works. They're gonna come for you. But listen, y'all, we got a shift. We're about to talk about the Real Housewives of Miami. Y'all gonna be mad at me. I don't care. We're about to talk about it. Let me just start off by saying Guerdy has been, and I'm sure Guerdy is a very nice lady. Okay. I'm sure Guerdy is a really nice lady. I don't doubt that. I don't think she's good for the show. I said what I said. I don't think she's good for the show. I think Bravo needs to recast when it comes to the black women. Kiki and Guerdy need to go, period, point blank. I said it. I said it. Go ahead and throw tomatoes at me. I said it. They cannot hold their own in this circle of all of these hot Latina women. They can't even listen. There she is. There she go. I've been looking for you. I was waiting for you at the door. How I See It TV. Didn't I ask about her? Listen, welcome. Yep, by Guerdy. And I said the same thing about Garcelle being a crybaby. Crying because Sutton didn't want to be her friend. Crying because Sutton chose Kyle over her. Thank you. Yeah, I did ask about her. they told me, yes, you did. Now, here's the thing. I think Guerdy would probably be good on a housewife show. Miami ain't it. That's all I'm saying. Miami ain't it. I like the spice of the Latin women. They're spicy. They're all up in your face like that. We don't want to ask them to come down so Guerdy can stand up. If you gonna stay, you better play. And I think Guerdy is out of her league when it comes to that. I think the women don't like her. They don't like her. And I think a part of it is because Guerdy, like I said, she may be a really nice lady. She's just not a good cast member to me on this show. I need you to recast. We need some bows. I need to see some bows energy. See, y'all didn't like bows, but bows came in the right way. Bows came in the right way. Y'all talking about bows and this and this and that, but Bows held her own when it came to them white women. And I love all the white women in my chat. We get on well. We ain't got no problems over here in the palace. They already know what time it is. They can come up here and speak on the behalf of the white women, when I open up the line. Stacy said, I don't like the Latin women because they are racist. But let's be real. Kim Zolciak said the black women were racist on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? They might be. Listen, y'all said the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills were racist. But guess what? Bows came in and held herself correctly. Bows had them hoes shaking in their boots. Bows came in and did what she needed to do and created a seat at the table for herself. I don't think Guerdy's a good fit. I don't think Kiki's a good fit. I think both of them are kiss asses. I hate to see it. I'm embarrassed. I get frustrated every time I see them clamoring, and clawing behind these women. If you already know what you up against, they signed that contract to be on reality television. I don't want to hear no crybaby stuff. I want you to get in there and play ball. As a Haitian woman, as a black woman, get your ass in there and play ball. Let's go. That's what I be looking for on the screen. All of this, well, they're racist and they're not treating. Girl, if you don't handle your business, we can cry later in the car. And I don't like it. I don't. The Latins are spicy. They gonna stick together. And the two black chicks should be sticking together. But guess what? They don't. We won't. We never do. They split themselves up to back up the other ladies against each other. Kiki running around telling them what Guerdy has said. Guerdy doing too much damn talking, saying too much instead of reading the chessboard, becoming more familiar with the layout so that she can know where every piece is on the board. I don't like it. Ruined her own event just to upstage a Latin woman. Girl, come on, come on. I need them to make some big plays, not stupid plays. You get what I'm saying? Calling Dr. Jackie, crying, looking for attention. Oh, I was embarrassed. It was cringy. Let's get into the thick of it. And let me be fair. Let me talk about the other women. I'll start with Stephanie. Nobody cares about your plane. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second because this dog is getting on my nerves. Listen, Stephanie, I don't like Stephanie neither. I don't like Stephanie. I know some of y'all like her. I don't. She leads with her money. She's boring. She should not have been cat. Look, Kaya, you hear me? I don't like her. Y'all say y'all are clutching your pearl. I don't like Stephanie. Don't nobody care about your plane. Don't nobody care about you and your money. I don't care for her. She wants the head seat at the table. I'ma ride with Alexia. Period, point blank. The queen bee. I'm finna ride with Alexia. And I said what I said. Yep. Alexia been here. She was here first. She earned her keep. I don't care if she's bitchy or not. Stay in your lane, Stephanie. Money cannot buy you favor. And we gonna talk about it. Look, I'm one of them kind of chicks. I respect seniority. Because if I'm going to overthrow you, at least I'm going to come in and play nice first. Stephanie coming in too hot and heavy, and the only thing she bringing to the table is her money. That's it. How I See It TV says, I don't like Stephanie either, so we agree there. Okay, all right. Why y'all say Stephanie is about to be broke? Okay, let's continue. Guerdy, Julia don't like you. It's a wrap. It ain't no friendship. Stop calling that lady your friend. Y'all aren't friends. Stop fawning and embarrassing yourself on camera for these women. Kiki is a snitch. I'm calling everybody out tonight. It's party in the chat. Kiki is a snitch. She went back and told them people what Guerdy said about them being a cult. And Guerdy, this is my advice to you. You're going to have to get it together. You all over the place emotionally. Either you're going to have to find yourself a number 2 or you're going to have to bow down. Yeah, I said it. Damn. Queen Sheba, did you say she going to have to bow down? Yeah. Either you're going to have to find yourself a number 2 or you're going to have to bow down. You're outnumbered. See, that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all be trying to fight and be getting your ass toe up because you don't know how to strategically fight. Come on now. Should I go ahead and open up the lines now or should I continue? What you mean? Okay, 2 said, I'm beginning to question if this is a culture thing. You mean like a Haitian thing or African-American thing or a Latin thing? Thank you, Nikki. Nikki said, you speaking truth. And this is some of y'all is going to go over your head. What you mean she going to have to find her a number 2 or either bow down? It ain't her world. She just a squirrel trying to get a nut. She's outnumbered. And when you fucking outnumber, you got to chill, not be scared. Don't ever be scared. You just got to chill and figure out the right play to run when you're outnumbered. So number 1, you're outnumbered. Number 2, you showing up too weak and kiss assy. You trying too hard to be Julia's friend, and it's clear she don't like you. Her spouse don't like you. They could even be pleasant with you during the second episode of the season. Shunned you like you were the help. You should have stood up then. You should have adjusted your crown then. You should have erected your spine then. You should have put a little bass in your voice then. Fuck what they talking about. I don't give a damn about your kids at this point. I mean, you ain't got to say that, but you can say that without saying that. And you kept chasing this woman, wanting meeting after meeting, crying. I don't know where we went wrong. Who gives a fuck at this point? They disrespected you on national television. Episode 2 came out the gate swinging, set the plan in motion. Episode 1 of this season, talking shit about you, laying the play for everybody to follow her lead. Okay? Now, let me continue. That's the only way to stay in this group. Find you a number 2. Kiki is not your number 2. All skin folks ain't kin folks. So you going to have to go dig in your arsenal and see if you know any other badass bitches that happen to be Black or Haitian and bring you some that ain't scared of these white folks or these Latin girls. Okay? You trying too hard to be prim and proper. Go and see what you can come up with. Refer one of your other Black friends, because if the truth be told, there are some Black women that love being the only Black woman. They don't want to put nobody else on. They don't want another Black woman to get the shine. So they rather go in the lion's den and get ate up and cry about it. And cry about being outnumbered when you could simply bring on or refer another 1 or 2 to handle business with you. Garcelle, Guerdy. Okay, let me continue. Both of their names start with a G. How convenient. Let me continue. They're not warming up to you this season. It's a no bueno. I feel like you want to be there so bad, too bad. And they're like sharks, right? They can smell the blood. They can smell you a mile away. And that's why they're handling you the way that they're handling you, because they can, y'all. It ain't so much about racism. You know what I'm saying? I want to go there. But at the same time, if you're weak and you let other bitches push you around, they're going to push you around. That's all I'm saying. They don't even have to get to the racist part because they're pushing you over without even having to go there. There may be some undertone, but it's not blatant. And we're going to have to do a better job, Black folks. We can't just keep yelling racism. Racism? Racism? You're going to have to get in there and fight. For real. Or get somebody else to do it. Not Bows. Guerdy and Kiki are tokens, but they're both on the opposite sides of the room. And we need some Bows personalities, like I said, in these groups. So bravo, if you're going to be dropping these random Black women off on these islands, it's almost like you recruit the ones who don't have like this level of high self-esteem and confidence about themselves. We need some Bows energy. I need me some badass Bowses in the house, period. Kiki, she bows down. Okay. And she bows down. She flies below the radar just to stay safe. She kind of puts herself in a cocoon to ensure them, I'm not a threat. I'm not one of them. That's a threat. Look at me. I'm over here. I'm going to be quiet today. I'm not going to talk too much. I don't like it. I almost feel like Kiki's job is to babysit and manage Guerdy. You know what I'm saying? And Guerdy, she's an emotional wrecking ball. She's an emotional wrecking ball. I can't. The call to Dr. Jackie was cringy. It fell flat. It was forced. I get it. But yikes. What was the point of it? For her to remind you that you're a beautiful Black woman? Really? We doing this on camera? Listen, really? Wow. We just gonna put it out there like that? Let the people know they got us down like that? Damn, okay. Marisol and Alexis friendship, I love it, period. I love it. All you need is one bad bitch on your side as a friend. You don't need 1,000. You need one that's going to stay. Everybody say, oh, listen. Oh, she's a kiss ass. That's they friends. They friends. That's loyalty. Oh, she's just kissing Alexis ass. They're friends. They get down for each other. I love it. Y'all call it kiss ass, but it's really friendship. We so used to folks being fake that when somebody really got your back, you call it kissing ass. Cult mentality. What they say? Cult mentality. Groupthink. How about we just a group of women that like each other and we don't play behind each other? Julia is a social climber. She's not loyal to anybody. I don't even think she's loyal to Martina. She's not loyal to her kids. Let's talk about it. Or I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I feel like she married Martina to socially climb. I don't know if she's deeply in love with Martina like that. I'm not seeing that exude from the screen, but who am I? You get what I'm saying? She adopted those babies to socially climb as a, I know what I want to say, but I can't pronounce. Philanthropic, how do you say philanthropy? Like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm chopping these damn words up. She did that so that she can look like this charitable white woman that saved these 2 Black babies. And let me tell you why I strongly believe the reason why her kids are not talking to her. Who gets mad at their parents for adopting a baby? Nobody. Unless they're Black and you didn't want her to adopt Black kids. Who's philanthropic? Thank you. And you separated it for me. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Who gets mad? These are grown women that are their children. And you mean to tell me they're mad at you because you missed a few times communicating with them about the process? You a damn lie. Girl, tell it to the judge. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. I think they're pissed off at you because they didn't want no damn black siblings. It's blasphemous. They're embarrassed. They don't want to be associated. It's beneath them. That's what I believe. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Martina expected Julia to be sitting over there telling family business, because if you go back and look at her facial expression when they were having dinner with Masu and Stephanie, the look on Martina's face was shock. Like, oh shit, I didn't know you were going to give that much detail. That was not supposed to be discussed. You can tell on the show. Adriana, I don't know. Adriana is... How come Adriana can't keep no man? I always wonder about that. I'm going to come back to that. Okay. Now, I love me some Alexia. I do. I love me some Alexia. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I like her. I like how she ain't never scared. And if she got to be a bitch about it, she going to be a bitch about it. She's a queen bee, period, on this show. Okay. Every show has a queen bee. And Alexia is it. The queen bee on the Potomac, it goes back and forth between Karen and Giselle. Every franchise has their queen bee. I love Alexia. Stand down, Stephanie. Stay in your plane. Stay in your place. Wallow around in your money. You not built for this. And I'm glad that Julia said something. I'm glad Julia told Alexa that you was talking shit. Alexia. Look, Kaya said, she don't like Alexia. I do. I love her. Thank you, Mayor of YouTube. I love her. See, I don't have to like somebody to like them. I like people that like themselves. She like herself. And I'm all right with that. I love somebody that likes themselves. I'd be like, I see you shit. I may not agree with every single thing, but I like the fact that you like yourself. And people that like themselves, they healthy. Most of them. They not going to fuck with you unless you bother them. So she say what she said. Anything she got to say, she's going to say it right then and there. You may not like it, but you know what you're getting from her. She ain't tricky. So I like her. Yeah, but Stephanie, I don't like her. And I'm glad Julia said something, because you just mad because you thought your big toys could buy loyalty. And that's not how it worked on the Real Housewives franchise. Julia let her homegirl know that you was gossiping about her. And you thought because you put somebody on your boring ass plane, because first of all, let's talk about it. It did not look like it was fun. She was controlling shit. They couldn't even just sit back, kick back and relax. She had them sitting at a square ass table. Then they had to put on these masks that light up. Then they had to eat when she say eat. It was a lot. Put on the pajamas. Then we all had to go to bed at the same time. No, give me commercial any day. I like my freedom. I like my freedom. For 16 hours, I got to do what you say. No. So I know some of y'all would have liked to have been on that private jet. Me, not so much. I want to go with the other girls. I want to go have a good time. I want to watch TV if I want to watch TV. I want you telling me when I got to get in the bed. So Stephanie is a no-go. I like Alexia. I'll say it again. I love Alexia. Adriana is jealous. Adriana is jealous. She's a jealous Latina. She's very jealous-spirited. Very jealous-hearted. And I believe she's jealous because Julia isn't as crazy about her friendship as she's about. I believe that Adriana is jealous because Julia ain't going hard for her like she goes hard for Alexia. Baby, you can't compete with Alexia. Period, point blank. Now, Alexia may be having some man problems, and Todd had her out. Todd was doing her wrong and had her sitting on the sideline, but she's still that bee. She's still the queen bee. She back. I like women who own the fact that they're bitches or that they can be a bitch. Kiki and Guerdy are pick-me's. 2 pick-me's. Embarrassing Haiti like that. I don't like it. On the behalf of Haiti, I'm speaking out. I'm speaking out against it. Okay? Listen. They are pick-me's on the show. Am I lying? Am I lying, y'all? No energy for each other, no love for each other, no loyalty to each other, but doing the damn downward dog to be accepted by the other ladies. Blasphemous. I love that they got together and they keep re-emphasizing that this trip is for Alexia. I think it's a nice gesture, right? Stephanie is fake to me. She's boring. She's not fun. I wouldn't have wanted to be on her plane. It was forced. And I thought it was very tacky. Listen, and maybe I'm being a little judgy tonight for party in the chat. Your husband sent you all of those gifts. Why? Why? Y'all are millionaires, right? How rich are they, y'all? They're millionaires. You can have whatever you like, in the words of T.I. That shit is so fake to me that he had all of those gifts in that hotel waiting for her, and the other women had to tag along like dogs. Come on, come this way. Watch me open my gifts. This is my bone. This is my bone. This is my bone. This is my bone. You did all that. Y'all, that's tacky. That is tacky. I don't think wait, shut up, Queen Sheba. Don't say it. Oh, she sent herself those gifts and upgraded her own room. I almost said something. Okay. Adriana is messy. Very messy. She can't get with Alexia, so she's happy to see Stephanie give it a go. Girl, you can't. You wish you could get with Alexia. So you pumping up Stephanie to do it because you can't. Adriana. No, not Adriana. What's the other girls? The new one? Stephanie. To me, you trying to come up off of Alexia. And I don't think Alexia is jealous of Stephanie. What do you have that you really feel like Alexia wants? Your plane? And I don't even know if that's your plane, to be honest. Or did you rent it? I'm just saying, like, you're jealous of me. No, you looking like Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray with your hair flipped like that with them. Like, what are we doing? Is that a Miami thing? And I'm not trying to be, I'm just saying, it's just something. I don't know. You can't come in a group trying to tear down the dynamic. And Julia, I'm going to just say this. You did do that. Pick a side. Stephanie's out of line, y'all. Whether you like Alexia or not, Stephanie's out of line. She's coming in too strong. She's coming in hot. She's coming in heavy. And Kiki's sitting over there making faces and kissing ass. I ain't like none of it. I did. Now, I will say this. I didn't like the split. This is a little bit of where I did kind of say, is there a little bit of racism going on here? This is the one time I noticed it, where I felt like it was obvious, where they split them into, they got split into two groups, right? In Spain. And they had to go dress shopping while the other group was left to go fill in time until it was their time for their appointment. Did you notice they kept all of the Latinas together? And then they piecemealed the others and threw them in a group? All the other races were put in a group, but they kept all of the Latin women together. And the only reason why Alexia was not in that group is because she was not getting along with Stephanie at the time. But if you go back and watch it, they dumped all of the other races. Thank you, Mayor of YouTube. She said, yes, I noticed that. Now, here's the thing. That was blatant to me. I didn't like that. It was a very biased move. It was blatant, and it's not cool. I didn't like that. That's obvious. They didn't even split the black girls up. They didn't even split the black girls up and say, okay, we'll take one on this team and one on the other one. That was kind of in your face. Okay. So I did notice that. Now, Stephanie, everybody ain't your subordinate. Everybody don't work for you. Boo. You coming in trying to snatch the dynamics up, switch everything up, confront and be the bitch, but be the head, the HBIC. But listen, planting seeds of doubt. And I like what Alexia said. We've been through a lot in this group, us group of women. But one thing about these ladies, they've had my back. I don't know you. You just pulled up. Don't come in this group trying to turn them against me because these are my friends. I love Y'all don't listen. Let me tell you something. Talk your shit. I can respect somebody that's going to say what they got to say openly. Stephanie not about that life. Because if she was about that life, even though she was a little ticked off with Julia, she wanted that to remain a secret. No. Why? If you about that life, it don't matter if Alexia knows what you said or not. She wanted to plant seeds of doubt. She tried to get in Marisol's head about Alexia. Everybody needs a good friend. Everybody needs a ride or die. Let Marisol have her friend. Don't be trying to say, oh, she's all in your head and make her feel weak. Now, Alexia mentioned that Kiki had been to herself lately and wanted to know what was going on. And then when Kiki started to explain what was happening, she said, basically her Haitian people turned against her. All of these Haitians wanted her to bring them to the U.S. And when she couldn't, and it became too much for her, she started to receive death threats, y'all, from her own family. Listen, you know what I thought in that moment? Good. I'm glad you followed your instinct. Because the ones that gave you death threats were not good anyway. They're not good people anyway. So you weren't supposed to bring all those people over here. But this is what I peeped. Watch this. While Kiki was talking, Julia seemed real uncomfortable. She never gave any words of affirmation, any words of comfort and or empathy. She didn't say one word. And I thought that was very interesting. I thought it was very interesting. She was eerie quiet, kind of shifting in her seat. I don't know why, but I caught it. And maybe we'll find out later in the reunion. I don't know, but something seemed to be off about that scene. She didn't say a lot. It was just strange. And then the whole part came up about Lisa unfollowing Marcus. Listen, you don't own these black men, Larsa. You don't get that. Listen, Lisa is not your friend. I like Lisa. Lisa didn't unfollow Marcus because she don't have to. Y'all aren't that kind of friends. Y'all not cool like that. And I don't know. I just don't think y'all are cool like that. I think Lisa is staying true to what the friendship really is. I think you're trying to play it up for camera and use that as a storyline, but I don't think Lisa really fuck with you like that. I don't. So I don't think she should have to unfollow Marcus. And here's why. You a pass around. Hell, come to the end of the year, she'll have to unfollow everybody. You sleep around. You a pass around. You've been with everybody. I don't blame Lisa. Lisa said Marcus is her friend. She said he more of a friend to her than Larsa is. Girl, I'm not finna unfollow this man. If that's the shit, I gotta unfollow the whole Instagram if that's the case. Because you done been with everybody. Future, everybody. Shit, let me just go unfollow everybody. Because Larsa done had them all. I don't blame Lisa. We too grown for that. First of all, I ain't gonna lie. That's not your husband. That's somebody you was effing. That's somebody that you chose to trick off with in the streets. And you found out, you fucked around and found out that Marcus wasn't feeling you like that. You was just something that he was doing. In the meantime, you thought you was about to marry into that Michael Jordan money. That's what you thought. And Marcus didn't want you like that. He tried it. He had fun with it and he let it go. And you mad. Because you thought your stock held more weight in the marketplace than what it really does. You in the negative, boo-boo. And now you mad because he embarrassed your ass. Marcus is a grown man, but at the same time, he a young nigga. He a fuck boy. He got a young nigga mentality. He childish. He's living off daddy's money. He a cokehead, a powder head. Which leads me to believe you might be one too, Larsa, because birds of a feather what? Flock together. I don't blame Lisa. I don't know why I keep calling Lisa Daisy. Lisa reminds me of this girl named Daisy that used to be on radio. Y'all remember Rock of Love? Long time ago with Brett Michaels. Hold on. This dog over here acting up. Get from over there. Sorry about that. Anywho, Larsa ain't running shit. Did y'all see how Larsa and Stephanie are kind of like really trying to, you know what? Y'all remember Daisy from Rock of Love? Don't Lisa look like her? You remember that show? And then her calling Lisa a groupie is a joke. A big fat joke at that. Girl, you the groupie. I'm glad Lisa let her ask. She said, you don't want to sleep with rappers. And to be honest with you, that was an insult. Can we talk? Hold on, give me a second. Because we're about to really talk. Yes, Cam. That's Dookie back there acting up. Yep. So while Larsa was with what's his name? Marcus Jordan and Future and all of that. Cover your ears. We fucking on a black man is not a come up to a lot of white women and to like white communities and other communities. They actually look down on the ones that do. Come on. That's why she said you. Girl, everybody looking at you like you crazy. It is not a come up like you think it is. You the laughing stock. And I'm look, particular bodies. How honest can I be tonight on Party in the Chat? How honest can I be? Because when I was looking at her body and I was looking at her lips, I was like, first of all, I don't think you're going to get married again unless you go and change your body, because that is a fuck me body. Let me get off here. Listen, I should have said this to Saturday. I said what I said. If you know, then you know. Look, it's called a FMB. The mayor of YouTube. Y'all think I'm lying? Do you know what a fuck me body is? That's about all he can do with it. Yes, thank you, Kia the Diva. It's a particular body in a particular look. Beautiful to the guys to look at it. But if being a wife is the goal, it ain't happening unless you go get some shit taken off. That's all I'm saying. F&Bs. Dominique had to come out, and Dominique came out the bushes. Pretty much, Dominique. Pretty much. That's what we call them, a fuck me body. That's about all they can do with it. Listen, what's that girl name that had that baby by Future? Eliza Rain. You would have never thought Future would hit something like that, right? Nothing wrong with her, but they come to you at night like vampires. Those are fuck me bodies. You never see them out in public. You never see them on vacation. Going to the church house together. Thanksgiving dinner together. That's a FMB, baby. A FMB. Dear Yvette said, I like that, Queen. And now you know what a FMB is. So you be like, oh, okay, that's a That's a FMB. That's about all you're gonna get. You might get a little cash, you might get a little bag. But Larsa is a FMB. You see, girl, ain't nobody finna take you to meet their parents with that fuck me body. I guarantee you he didn't take you to see his dad, to meet his dad at all. And licking that ice cream, girl, bye. I'm with Daisy. You the groupie. That's it. That's all. Guerdy, I don't know where she's gonna go. I don't know if she has a place to go. I feel like she dug a hole for herself by kissing ass and being a pick-me. Listen, they make it very easy for Bravo to replace them. They're like honorable mentions, but they're not key players. They're not strong enough black girls, in my opinion. That's what I believe. standouts where we'll raise a little hell if they didn't come back. You know what I mean? Janae, welcome to Monday Night Party in the Chat. What you got for me?
Hi, Queen. Hi, Palace. Hi, everybody. First of all, when it comes to the Real Housewives of Miami cast, I love Guerdy, but again, at the same time, don't beg somebody to be your friend. If somebody shows you who they are the first time, please believe them. As far as Julia goes, she's a fake ass bitch and she's a snake.
Okay, tell me why you say that about Julia.
Okay, because the last season that they did, Julia and Guerdy were real tight. Especially when Martina was battling both of her cancers and Guerdy was going through hers. And they were tight like glue. Then all of a sudden, you done flipped the script and did an Uno reverse, and now you teamed up with Dumb and Dumber, Alexia and Marisol. I don't do Alexia because of the... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't do Alexia because you come for people all the time about their relationships, but your previous husband prior to this one was a closeted gay man. And you were more concerned about accusing Adriana of sleeping with a married man when A, he wasn't even married. Then all this stuff with Todd when Adriana was putting all the business out the season before when Dr. Nicole was on the show. And Dr. Nicole was getting the girls together.
Let me ask you this real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Yes, ma'am, I do. I watch all of them.
Okay, would you say that Garcelle and Sutton were close?
Yes, to a certain extent.
Okay, for a number of years, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then shit went left. It went south the last season when Garcelle walked off the reunion, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was an unplanned walk. That was an emotional reaction to Sutton not dialing in. In that moment, people were pissed because they felt like Sutton didn't have her back. But you also had, on the different side of the coin, people were saying Sutton was never your friend. I think that's the same thing with Julia. I don't know.
I can see where you're
her a snake. I just think black girls just be forgetting where the hell they are.
And she's also a snake towards Adriana because Adriana was her ride or die. They were ride or die together.
What was the commonality?
Like they both came on. I felt like when Adriana came on the show again and she brought Julia to the group and how they were really, really close and they were really, really tight, and see what Julia seems to forget when they were all sitting down at that one time having lunch or whatever, when they were discussing all of Lisa's problems. Is she forgetting that lady sat there and called all Russian women whores?
No, but okay, listen, hear me out. When people team up, you got to think of why they teaming up. This is when you could tell how the relationship is going to last. What were they riding for? You said they were ride or die. Adriana and Julia. What were they tag teaming?
I felt like when Julia came into the show, she was like odd man out, and Adriana stood up for her, and Adriana always had her back, and Julia always had Adriana's back. Like they always stood by each other, and then all of a sudden I saw a fracture in their friendship as it progressed.
So they both were coming in trying to build kind of like street cred.
Right, like a dynamic duo. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when Julia found her footing, she disconnected.
Pretty much like, I don't need you no more. I'm good.
Yeah. We not friends. See, if the more savvy women become at reading the room and understanding the dynamics, there are no setups.
I agree with you. You gotta, my daddy used to always say, you gotta recognize bullshit before it happens.
Or real. If we both coming in as new hires, or I was fired, or I quit and I'm coming back, we both just coming in on new. We both knew. So we're gonna attach ourselves because we knew, right? And then Julia went off and did her thing.
Yeah, but if I came in, let's say for instance, Queen, we on a Real Housewives show for Texas, right? Because we both live in Texas, right?
Mhm.
So if you bring me on and you put me on to game, I'm not gonna stab you in the back for the next bitch. You feel me?
I agree,
I'm
but it
not gonna do
happens
that.
all the time. And if
It
shit,
does.
and that's what I'm saying. This housewife franchise has been around a while. Everybody acting like what? Not you, the girls on the show. Like I these like they're acting like, oh, we were such, you know damn well you wasn't good friends. She just made the move quicker than you did. Gotcha.
Ooh, Queen. Yeah. Oh, girl, teach me something.
That's it. We both new hires. We both new hires. What would be the goal of a new hire coming into a Real Housewives franchise? To make
Well,
friends
well,
as quickly as possible.
well, technically, Adriana's an OG.
She's an outcast.
Okay, outcast OG.
Yeah, she's not likable at all.
I mean, I like her. I like her spiciness that she brings.
Clutching my pearls.
Okay, she needs a shield. If you think about it from a game stand, she needs a shield. She's too much spice.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you're not careful with your spice, you could get yourself burnt.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you, but I just think a lot of times the women just pause and think to themselves, okay, what we doing here? What we have in common? Why we really hooking up? What's really
Because
going
I'm
on?
right. Because if you really want to tell it, Leah Black ran them girls.
Yes, she did. That was the white lady that used to do all the charity. Remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
And she put Lisa on game, and she helped Lisa with her divorce.
Oh, really?
But Queen, there's a video of Todd blasting Adriana.
I saw it.
He was blasting everybody.
I believe him. I believe him.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna cover that. I'm gonna come back to it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back. But no, thank you, Janae. Let me go to How I See It TV. What you got for me tonight? Welcome.
Clutching my pearls. My invisible pearls. I'm clutching them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me start where she left off because Julia, Nicole, and Guerdy, Julia, Nicole, and Adriana, they were all friends. They were all friends.
Facts.
Okay. Nicole left the show for this season. And to me, what it's given is Julia decided that even after all the nasty things Alexia and Marisol have done and said to her, she's more willing to do whatever it takes to be their friend. So she abandoned Guerdy with lies and she gave a big FU to Adriana.
Okay.
And
So
I don't think that Adriana needs a shield. From what I've seen consistently with Adriana is that she speaks up for herself and she speaks up for others when it's necessary. She's not one of those cast members that jumps in. Even when it's her friend, she gives them the space to defend themselves. And then when it's necessary for her to jump in, she does that.
Okay, watch this. Let me break it down now. I want to go back to what you said. Hold on. Let me start with where I want. Okay, let me start here. It's not about, I understand what you're saying, and that's sweet and that's nice. And you're right. But it's not how the dynamics of a group really works. Because you can be right and still don't have the influence or the power to change the mind or to influence the group. Adriana may be right, but she don't have the influence. Nobody cares when she's talking. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't think that's the case.
No. It is the case. It happens all the time in dynamics. It's like she don't have the leadership qualities. Nobody cares when she's talking. They'll pause and listen to her, but ain't nobody really gonna go that way. That's why I say she needs a shield. She needs something in front of her for somebody else to carry the message in order for shit to get done. I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, the group don't really take her serious enough to want to change and go in that direction. It's true. Thank you, Mayor of YouTube. Nobody cares. See, you can talk all day and be right and be smart and be this and that, but if you don't have the influence It's a real thing. Look up group dynamics. And I can't think of the right term that I'm trying to say.
So you think they dismiss her?
Huh?
You think they dismiss her when she speaks?
They just don't care. When people don't, you got to know, it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us, depending on what group you in. Don't nobody care. And you got to know that real quick. Oh, shit, they don't care. Let me be quiet. And it's not personal. But I wanted to say that. And you said something else, but I forgot how I see it, TV. Keep going.
Okay. And you said Adriana is jealous of Julia. I don't think that it's jealousy. I think it's common when you see your friend kissing booties and being somebody's biatch and especially social climbing while stepping in your face to do it and stepping in other people's faces who helped her along the way to do it, you're going to be a little bit annoyed. And I think that's where Adriana is. I don't think it's jealousy. I think she's like, girl.
I agree.
Really? This is
she keeps talking about it.
I don't see it.
Hold on. She's jealous. Because if she wouldn't talk about it. Hold on. She's jealous. Oh, so now that she's over there with it sounds like a child. She's jealous. I'm not saying she doesn't have a right not to be, but she is. Because she's the odd man out. And here's another thing that we don't understand. White women are very forgiving. They can be very forgiving to reach a common goal. So y'all are saying, that's why I was very careful what I said about Julia. Y'all said she's a snake. I said she's a social climber.
And a snake.
And a snake.
Really? Not if you know what you're looking at. You don't know what you're looking at, so you call it a snake. But you got to be able to come in and say, okay, this is a social climber. They're going to go wherever the fucking wind blows. And when you start to learn, you don't use words like snake. You be like, she's a social climber. Social climbers are going to be if this is the room where the rich and famous are, I'm going over there. And then it becomes less personal and more strategic. Y'all call her a snake, but she's a social climber.
Snake because she's willing to to get there, to get in the room.
I think she's less emotional.
She don't mind slithering her way, and she just don't mind slithering her way and how she gets it. She don't care how she gets it.
Because you're saying now that Julia is Adriana is the outcast. Right now, Adriana is not the outcast. Now that the show is done and we're seeing people doing the interviews and we're hearing what they're saying, Julia is odd man out. Because what we all knew was gonna happen was Alexia was gonna flip-flop on her. So now they're flip-flopping on her in interviews, and wherever Alexia blows, Marisol's gonna blow that way too.
I think from a Latin perspective, Adriana is the lowest on the totem pole. You have Lisa, who's Lisa's cute. She's younger. They're not young women, but she's younger than most of them.
Yeah.
You have Alexia and Marisol. They got each other. You have Stephanie. She, just by way of her money and her placism, she's good to go. We got who else? We got Daisy. Not Daisy. I keep calling that damn girl Daisy. Lisa, Marisol, Alexia,
Lisa.
Huh?
I think Larsa's jealous of Lisa.
Yep.
Yeah, of her age. And her body. Yes.
That part.
Yes, absolutely. And not only that, what Lisa can pull. See, Lisa didn't have to go dip in the black pool.
Sure didn't.
Y'all see, I'm losing the chat. I'm losing. Come back, chat. Give them life support.
But you know what, Queen?
That's a last resort for some races. If I can still pull a rich white man, I'm going to stay over here. But when I get tapped out on this side, because let me just tell you something about white women or other women that choose to sleep with black men. They can't go back to their race after that.
You're right, Queen, because a lot of I hate to say this, I don't want to be rude in your chat, but a lot of white men feel that way. Like they feel like they're damaged good. It's a fact. It's a fact. They do all types of videos, monologues, dialogues, whatever you want to call it. They'll get on there and be like, well, once a white woman's been with a black man, that's it. That's a wrap. We don't want her no more. Goodbye.
And Larsa is damaged fruit. So the jealousy that you may see her having towards Lisa. Lisa can still pull. Lisa can still, and if Lisa decided she wanted a black one, she could.
Okay.
Go ahead, how I see it.
And Lisa is actually smart because right now she's on the verge of launching her tech company, even though I'm still upset that she decided to do that with the dude she's dating right now. But it's a good app that she is launching. I don't remember the concept. I think it's for like people going through divorce and how to make, like, if it's a toxic divorce situation, how to make the communication process better through court system and all of that. And so they're getting ready to launch that. So I mean, Lisa using her brain for something. We don't know what Larsa been doing outside of OnlyFans.
Spending Scotty's money.
Scotty?
She's been spending Scotty's retirement money that she got, going around here lying, talking about I'm an independent woman. Girl, bye. You ain't nothing independent on you. Ain't nothing independent on you. Your face don't even move when you talk. Stop.
I heard that.
She's
Yeah.
on her sixth face.
Huh?
She's on her sixth face.
Well, she gonna have to keep getting new ones because they say them fillers, once you start getting that stuff, you got to keep it up.
She's a Sheen version of the Kardashians. And since we talking about Larsa, was you loyal to Kim? Did you stop talking
We
to
ain't
Kanye?
gonna change the subject now. Come on back over here today.
I'm just saying, she talk about Marcus this and Marcus that.
Look, hold on, Janae. Come on back.
But
I'm gonna
she's
bring it back.
right. Remember
No,
that
we
the
ain't talking about
Kardashians.
no damn Kardashians.
But I'm
Listen,
just saying the
I wouldn't give a
Kardashians.
damn. I don't
The
respect
Kard-
none of them.
the
She don't have nothing
Me neither.
loyal
Kardashians
to them.
dropped the Kardashians dropped Larsa because she was on the phone at 2 a.m. at night talking to Kanye. So while she out here talking about Lisa is such a horrible friend because she won't unfollow somebody on Instagram, girl, talk about why the Kardashians dropped you.
Girl, she would not. She wanted Kanye.
That part.
FBM.
Girl,
And
she
I wish
wanted that
Lisa
money.
had said that. I wish Lisa had said that in the moment.
Calling her a groupie. What a
FMB.
joke.
That's it. But no, that's all. So what do y'all think about Guerdy? I think she's a crybaby. I like her. I think she's a nice girl, but I don't like how she's carrying the ball on the behalf of Haitian women and Black women on this show. I don't like it. It's just, I don't like it. It's very cringy. It's very like, what are you doing?
I don't find it cringy only because I've watched previous seasons. In previous seasons, Guerdy was gathering these girls. I think she's
She
on.
was.
We have to factor in that Guerdy's on cancer medication. Some medications, some of the side effects is that you're going to be emotional, you're going to be anxious, you're going to be depressed. And I think we have to factor that in. But the Guerdy that we're seeing right now in interviews, and I'm sure the Guerdy that's going to show up during the reunion is going to be the Guerdy that's gathering girls.
I like
Yes. I
her.
think
I
I
wouldn't.
love Guerdy.
Let me say I like her. I don't like her with this cast. You can like somebody and say, I'm sure you got a favorite shirt you like, but you're not gonna wear it every day with a particular with different pants. You have it where okay, I normally wear this shirt with this. I wouldn't, she's not a good fit for this cast, in my opinion.
No, for me, she's been fine. I think since her cancer diagnosis, she's changed a little. She's changed a little, but as I said, the Guerdy that I'm seeing in interviews is the Guerdy from previous seasons, the Guerdy that was gathering people to the point that they didn't like her. That's one of the reasons they didn't like Guerdy, because she would stand up for herself, she would stand up for others, and she wasn't gonna bow down because she knows that she's that girl in Miami.
What about her begging for this lady to be her friend and all of this? Y'all don't want to talk about that
Because that was her real friend.
No,
But
it
I
wasn't.
think
I know that lady was her real friend.
what I realized too from Guerdy's interviews is that she also understood that reality TV is a pressure cooker situation. And so you have to move the storyline along. So it was like, okay, let's make up whatever so that we can move on for the sake of the story.
I don't know why people walk in these reality shows and y'all see like a token hookup with somebody and y'all go, they're real friends. No, they're not.
No, they were. I'm talking about real life. They were real friends because what
Even
Julia has
Nicole
been
said it.
lying about, wasn't even something that happened on the show. It was something that happened while they were on hiatus a year ago. It
2
happened
years, I think.
before last reunion where if Julia was that mad about it, she could have brought it up at the last reunion, but she didn't. The things that Julia is lying about are things that happened off camera while the show was
Right,
on
because they're
hiatus.
not friends. There has to be a mutual agreement. People can play with you a
That's what
long
I'm
time.
saying. Somebody has to be your friend if while your spouse is going through cancer, they're showing up.
It was
They're
a
there for
one-way
you.
street. Guerdy was too
Well,
eager to attach herself to this white woman, and she did not play a smart game. She didn't see, and when she saw the cracks in the foundation, she didn't abort mission. When she was left on the cruise to fend for herself, she didn't abort mission. Friends, listen, that ain't my friend. I can't go to the dinner. When they find out that the black face is on the boat, they change the invitation. Come on.
well, she found out now, and she's hell on wheels right now. And I know that come
She
the
did admit it on
reunion,
camera.
you're
She
gonna
said,
change.
dummy. That's what she said.
Hold on. Yeah, so
Come
that's
the
all I'm
reunion
saying.
queen, come the reunion queen. You're gonna say, wait a minute, this is the Guerdy that I wanted to show up all season. Because from what I want to say the content creator's name,
Thank
but
you,
from what
AF. Thank you. They're not
another
hearing me.
content
She said
from
that's
what
why Julia did this. Julia never saw Guerdy as a friend. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. We got to be able to read
Well,
the room. You got to know.
and
I
when
see
you
what you're
find
saying,
out, you
Queen.
find out. You know, when you find out that somebody really never saw it for you, you find out, and then you move
I'm using
accordingly.
Guerdy's examples, though. She
But
sat
I'm
there.
saying she
Hold
found
on.
out. She
She sat
eventually
there and
realized.
said, she ran down to the group. You did this to me on the cruise. You did. You let her. You sitting here crying, and then you still came back. So at what point, like how much
How many
evidence?
times?
Yeah, how much evidence do you need to build a case that is not your friend? She left you. She left your black ass on the boat and went to go eat with her white friends.
And now she has come to that full realization. And as I said, I think once you see the reunion, you're gonna be like, yes, Guerdy, this
I,
is
I
what you
think,
should have been doing the whole
I
time.
got you.
yep, I think she go bust it wide open in the reunion. I think that sometimes people see other people as friends, but the other person may not see
Mhm.
you that way. Also, and also with the text message thing, this is what bothers me about that, Queen. Everybody is so disturbed about text messages, but none of them bitches got up when she threw that drink on Guerdy and put her fingers and stuff in her face, to include her fellow Haitian sister that was sitting in the
Yeah.
middle.
Now Gertie was supposed to get up.
None of
Gertie was
them did
supposed to get up.
nothing.
Gertie didn't even get up. See, Gertie didn't even get up. I would
But
have threw
has
the water. I would have threw the water back. That's the first
right,
thing. So I
right.
can't outperform you if you sit here
Mhm.
cool with the water and you continue. Gertie was more concerned about talking than she was about putting her foot down. That lady should have never been able to walk up out of there without being wet. I'm not saying she should have fight, but Gertie didn't handle that the way she was supposed to as a woman. You don't ever. That's what I'm saying. Like just crumbling over
Right.
that. And then hold on. You have to consider the text messages. She shouldn't have done it there. Like this is your spotlight. This is for you. It's not often that when you take the cast that are mixed and you have one black woman or maybe two where they get to really focus an episode on them. So it was a very beautiful occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Very good turnout. She shouldn't have ended it like that.
I
You
can
know,
give
But
you that.
I
I can give
understand
you
why
that
Gertie
one
did
thing.
it though,
hold on.
Yeah.
because
One mic though.
I'm saying I can give you that. I can give you that.
Yeah, but listen, even not on your cancer day, not on your cancer celebration, not with your husband and your kids there. Now, if you
well,
want to
her
They
be,
had
kids were
already
gone
left.
though. Her
They had
kids had
already
left.
left.
they were there. She told you get what I'm saying. They left, but it's still listen.
Right.
The energy isn't she has the right energy in the wrong rooms. The energy she had at the breast cancer event should have been the energy at the table. The energy at the table should have been the energy at the breast cancer event. That's it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Different times call for different situations.
Yes,
I
that's
get you. I
it.
get you.
Yes, not
But
checkers. And that's why I mean she's undeveloped in some ways. Like know when to pull, know when to play what card. When you
I
should
see
have
what,
turned up, you sat down.
right.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
all.
be your
But
Kenny. Know when to hold and know when to fold.
Um, to
but
Latrice
even with that,
respond, huh?
I think she was. I think she was stunned too. I think she was stunned. And also, Queen, you said that Guerdy's unlikable, but Guerdy has social media on her side right now. I mean, even when you look at the press runs that are happening right now, it's Guerdy and Alexia.
Yeah, but it's a sympathy run.
But
Maybe
Alexia,
so. Maybe
but
so. But you call Alexia the queen bee. So let's use your word. If the
Okay.
queen bee is saying she's team Guerdy, then I know for sure at that reunion, Julia was getting her behind handed to her.
but
And now
Alex,
she has no support because she has no Guerdy and she has no Adriana.
Okay.
So she by herself, and Adriana can't really speak up for herself.
but you know what, Alexia, I felt like that was fake as hell because she saw all the backlash that Julia was getting. So she was like, okay, I don't want none of this. So let me go ahead and uno reverse and say, oh, that was wrong. Because at the time, and even after, when at that narcissistic party, Guerdy, when Julia tried to gaslight Guerdy once again after they had said they weren't going to talk about this no more. Nobody, to include Alexia, said that you was wrong for throwing the drink. Everybody was more mortified, even on the boats. Everybody was more mortified about the text messages. Now that the show done gone and passed, now you want to be like, oh, well, yeah, I don't agree with that. And I'm not going to stand for Julia and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, girl, please stop. Because you weren't thinking about that during the show. Quit.
Let me say
But
this.
that's what Julia gets because she should have known that Alexia was not her friend.
Well, I'm gonna say this to go back when you said at the narcissistic party when Julia betrayed Guerdy. Why you putting all your trust in this white lady anyway? Y'all crazy to me. So you
Right.
betray me if I don't trust you. If there's not been a level of trust established. That's the first thing. The second thing, as soon as you came out and telling people I felt betrayed by my friend, that's another time you should have stood up and say, well, hold up, wait a minute. Because you asked
But
me
she
not to
did.
speak. Hold on. Let me finish. That's when she was supposed to say, hold up. Because you asked me not to speak about it. So are we gonna go there? Because if so, we gonna go there. She didn't say shit. She cried a little bit later and talked about how she felt betrayed. She shows up at the wrong times.
No, because when she's during that, she said, well, there's a lot of context about it, and if we're gonna go into it, then we need to talk about this because I was physically assaulted. She assaulted me. She threw water on me. She did say that.
Yeah, but it was too corporate-y, too political.
Right, too
Take
proper and
all,
prim. I got you. She should have
take all
came
that
out
off.
the bag on her. Got you.
Yeah, just be like, okay, are we going there? Because that's when you got to put the bitch on blast. Excuse my language. You got to be like, excuse me. You just,
She
I
should have.
think
you got to be like, I just had a private meeting with you. See, that's when you got to be like, oh, we gonna do it? Because if so, I'm gonna tell everything.
Let's
You
do it.
just have
Got you.
to
Got you,
be,
queen.
yeah. You
I
just
think too that Guerdy is real life worried about her real life brand. And maybe in
no,
that
you're making too
regard,
many excuses for her. If that's the
no,
case,
I'm
she gonna
saying
have to get off
maybe
reality.
that's what I'm about to say. Maybe
Okay.
in that regard, then maybe she should be like Dr. Nicole that says, you know what, I got a real job out here. I don't really need this money. These women are horrible people. Let me get off the show. Maybe if she's really that worried about her brand and the people she work with and her clientele and all of this, maybe in that regard she should get off the show. Because I think there's a little bit of her holding back because she's like, I got a real business out here and I
Yeah,
got a
but I don't like
reputation
all
to
that.
uphold.
I don't like all that when black girls come on reality TV like that. You already know what time it is. You already know what you signed up for. If you gonna stay, you need to play. I don't care about
Yeah.
your brand. Let's go. Don't let her talk to you crazy like that. You ain't
Yeah.
gotta be ghetto and hood, but say something. Don't
I
I don't
got
So
you,
care
wait,
about
queen.
your brand. I
wait
don't
for
care
the
about your brand
reunion.
right now. I want you to put this woman in her place.
Wait for
I
the
feel you,
reunion.
queen. When the disrespect happens, that's when it needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
If you
That's
choose
pretty
to
much what
address.
Queen is saying.
Well, I'm just saying that if you gonna she's speaking, but she's whining. You don't have to address nothing. You can just sit there and be quiet. But if you gonna talk that talk.
I got you. If you're gonna
The,
speak on it.
the
Yeah.
reunion is coming.
Where they should second guess. Julia should be second guessing if Guerdy really handled herself the way she's supposed to, because you could still be a lady, right? And sophisticated and black. But
Mm-hmm.
if Guerdy would have ran that play right, Julia should have been second guessing every move she was contemplating making on Guerdy. You
Going
can let a
forward, yeah.
motherfucker know without getting out of character. Well, like, hold on, let me see. Hold on, because Queen Sheba a little bit more sharper than that. If I do A, I know she gonna come with B. Maybe I'm not gonna say that at the narcissist party because I'm not sure what she's gonna say back. Guerdy don't have that love. They don't respect her. And not only that, they didn't want her to go on that trip. When Marisol called her over and said, "Listen, I heard you say we were a cult."
And she stood 10 toes down.
No, she
And
did.
she owned it.
She
She
started
owned
crying.
it.
She folded like a paper napkin.
No, she said yes.
She did it. She
I
said
did
yes
say
She
that.
started crying. Watch this.
afterwards. You're right.
So, my baby, watch this. First of all, you talk too much because why you want to go on a trip with a cult?
True.
Okay. Now, they didn't want you to go because Marisol said, "Are you sure you're going to be comfortable with us?" I just go through so much. You know why? Because they put it in her face that maybe you shouldn't go. And then she started crying.
Since you brought up Marisol real quick, let's talk about the fact that Marisol is weak because her only real ally on the show is Alexia. Now, Alexia will survive without Marisol. Alexia is main cast. Marisol doesn't
Yes.
even have a mojito, okay?
Yes.
So she has to stay
Sure don't.
1000% down and go hard for Alexia because if she doesn't, she's gonna be gone. So she's weak.
But she did good on Ultimate Girls Trip.
She's still weak. And no, she did well because Alexia was there.
But you need it. Okay, Marisol is not a key player. She's a role player, and she does a good job. But she knows her role. That's all I'm trying to say. You can't have all alphas, so you need some role players, and she does a really good job playing her role. She don't complain. She's okay riding in the passenger side on the best friend side, trying to come at me.
Get it, Queen.
They clocked her. They clocked that she becomes very, calm, demure, all of that when she's not around Alexia.
They all clocked it.
But I think Marisol, listen, you don't have to be spectacular. She know her place, which makes her, that's why Bravo haven't gotten rid of her. She ain't trying to go for the top spot. You see what I'm saying?
I think they haven't gotten rid of her because Alexia keeps championing for her to stay. If she gets on Alexia's backside, that's what I'm saying. Your job shouldn't exist simply because your friend keeps saying, "No, let her stay, let her stay, let her stay." That means the second Alexia feels like, "Oh, you said this about me? Oh, you did this to me."
Why not? Y'all
She's
said
gonna be gone.
That's what y'all was complaining. Y'all said Portia should have did that for Shamir.
Ooh.
Now.
Ooh, she took it there. Stop fired.
You said
Pew,
we said
pew.
what?
Dang, Queen, you gotta hit us with a torpedo.
Yeah. Hold on, baby. I'm gonna jam y'all up tonight. Y'all said Portia should have did that for Shamir, so we can't have it both ways. I want my
Portia did do that for Shamir. Portia did do that for Shamir.
But Shamir tried to come for the top spot.
And Shamir snaked her, right?
Yes, but
and she crashed and burned.
Thank you.
Guess what? Shamir got her peach. Marisol doing all of this and still can't hold a mojito glass.
That's fine.
They still don't have a mojito.
But
well, she prefers vodka anyway.
But listen,
I guess.
Here's the thing. Marisol gonna be all right because she's happy to be, she knows her position and she's playing it. Shamia didn't know her position. She thought she could outreach and overreach Portia.
But what I didn't like what Alexia and Marisol did when they were talking to Guerdy one-on-one. First of all, she said that Guerdy regifted a gift. So Guerdy got her ass together and posted the receipts of her paying for the gift and giving her the gift. And then Alexia's like, well, do you even want to be in this friend group? That's childish.
No,
it's girl,
listen, you call me a fucking coat. Do you want to be here? Because I can handle it today.
I guess I can see what you're saying, Queen. She was calling her out on it. Like, okay, if that's how you feel, why are you here? Kind of thing.
With us Latinas. Take your own black trip. Oh, they quiet now.
I think she explained perfectly what she meant. I don't think she was calling them a literal cult, and she explained that.
And
It
she
don't matter.
explained why, because
Let me
they
tell
are a
you
cult, because
something.
them two can't think for themselves.
They
Listen,
cannot.
y'all, come on
They
now.
cannot.
Meet me
They are a
halfway.
cult. If
Meet me halfway. Hold on. You get wind that somebody say some shit about you. You don't give a damn if they playing or not. And they didn't come to you, and I'm gonna run it down. And I'm the type I'm gonna come to, and they ran it. That's why I like Alexia. She ran it down to her in her face. Are you sure you want to be a part of this? Yeah, let's get we big girls. We not finna jokey joke. You want in or you want out? Because if so, you gonna show some respect. That's all it
Oh,
was. She called it to the
and you know
carpet.
what, too, Queen? I forgot to say this. I think Julia didn't play her cards right either, because not Nicole, oh Lord, Alexia and Guerdy, because I don't like using the word friends, but they've known each other outside of the show for years. Guerdy planned her wedding, right? Because
Hold
that's
on. She
Guerdy's space.
hired Guerdy to plan her wedding,
Yeah, Guerdy was her
and they were
wedding
not
planner.
friends.
But I'm just saying, that's why I said they've known each other for years.
she said
Remember,
she
I
didn't use the
started with, I
prayer
don't want to
word.
use the word friend.
I got you.
So when push came to shove, of course, Alexia was still going to end up being Team Guerdy. And that's what we see happening now.
No, I don't think Alexia likes Guerdy, if the truth be told.
Well, she
I
definitely don't like Julia.
I think she likes Guerdy, but she just wants Guerdy to tone herself down. That's
Okay.
what I think.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I don't know. I don't think she
I do,
cares.
because she that's what she told Guerdy. She said, you know what? I like you as a friend, but I feel like you do a lot. But
That means
Guerdy
I
is
don't
a
like
lot. It's
you.
Guerdy.
If I'm asking you to change, I don't like you the way you
Yeah.
are.
I
That's
think
true.
what she wants is professional, put together wedding planner Guerdy. And when Guerdy's with the group, she doesn't want to have that hat on. But that's the hat that Alexia wants when Guerdy's in the
A
group.
calmer, so she wants Guerdy. I don't know. Uh, okay, thank you. Just visiting. Thank you. Alexia is just doing damage control. Yeah, I
I
don't.
said that earlier. Yep.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
can agree
Look,
with that.
not to be equated with liking Guerdy. It's y'all. It's strategic, and the black girls are not making strategic moves, in my opinion.
I agree that we need to do better on these shows, because Kiki didn't need to go run that back to Alexia and her little sidekick. Okay, she didn't need to do that.
That means she
Okay,
don't like Guerdy.
I'm getting to that, Queen, because you know what? Gertie shows Kiki such grace and empathy, and Kiki, every chance she gets, she
She makes
crosses that girl
Yep.
hmm.
every turn. Every turn. And it's like Gertie showed her grace even when they were in Spain, and Kiki was saying from her heart what was going on with trying to bring family and stuff over. Okay, even then Gertie was like, baby, share what you need to share, what you feel comfortable with. It's all right, we got you.
That's
Even
because
then Gertie showed her grace.
That's listen. If you say so. Gertie did that because she was not in a favorable position.
No, I think that's just who she is.
No, that's just who she is.
I
That's
don't
just who she
know.
is.
I don't know.
And Queen, I like Bose too. You know this. I like
Yeah.
Bose. However, Bose didn't do a lot for the season. Bose came in and she was quiet. We didn't really hear Bose talk until interviews and then the reunion.
I
Garcelle,
wasn't
just like
expecting
That makes
that.
it even better.
Garcelle, just like Guerdy, had to be fighting the entire time on the show. Bose just came in and sat down and didn't
That's
really say
power.
much.
That's influence. That's the
And
influence I
didn't
was
really
telling
say, but
you.
I'm just saying her experience is not the experience that Garcelle
But
and
that's
Guerdy
don't
is having
matter.
on the
It
show.
don't matter though. That's what I was trying to explain to y'all earlier. When you got that, you don't have to say a word. You got that. You can pull up. You don't need
Well,
the
I
experience.
hear
You
that,
don't need the experience when you have the influence and the power.
I could,
the gang up is on Bose this season because they ain't got Garcelle
She can
to
handle
gang up
herself.
on. Well,
She
let's
can
hope
handle herself.
so.
but I see
Let's
what
hope
you're saying,
so.
Queen. Your essence should take over the room.
Period. And will. Bose doesn't have to do all that shucking and jiving and trying to prove herself.
Garcelle really wasn't either. If you really think about it. She
Garcelle,
wasn't.
girl.
I didn't see that from Garcelle.
Girl, you better go
I
back
know
to it.
I did. I
She
did.
quit.
Yeah.
You see her, she quit when Sutton hurt her feelings. She did all that hemming and hawing in that lady house. That white lady didn't even like that scarf.
First of all, you
Yeah,
not gonna
I
rub me
think
for my
Garcelle
shit.
was going to quit regardless because she had that lifetime deal. So I think she was going to quit regardless.
If Miami Housewives had to get rid of one housewife, who do you think it would be? Get rid of Kiki.
Kiki or Marisol?
Yeah,
Now
Kiki
keep
or
Marisol.
Alexia or Kiki can go.
Nah.
They're not going to get rid of Alexia.
Yeah, who would they give? You got to be realistic. Now, who? Kiki wouldn't
I
be
will
missed.
be realistic.
Girl, they not finna get rid of no
They're
Alexia.
not getting rid of Alexia.
They not, but you know,
We
if
talking
I
about realistically.
I don't even like
realistically,
Alexia, but
then Kiki or Marisol, because both of them are just there like furniture. They're just there.
yeah,
I
they're
think
just
they would do Kiki before Marisol because Kiki and Guerdy outsmarted themselves by not teaming up. You need a number two.
Yep, you
So
do.
that
On
when
them
come as a
shows, you
tag.
do need an ally.
Yeah, so all of the other girls are making allies, and the black girls. So, child, I can't even talk about it.
Fighting over
Y'all.
but Queen, you're right. They fighting over crumbs at somebody else's table when they could create their
it's
own
not
damn
even
table.
Guerdy though. It's not even Guerdy is not the one that broke the band up.
Oh no, it was Kiki, most
Yeah.
definitely.
No, it's both of them. You got to
No.
work together. It don't even matter
Guerdy
who.
Guerdy has been trying to work with Kiki. Kiki just a opportunist.
She don't like Gertie's leadership style. I don't blame her.
And maybe that's the case, but it's still not Gertie's fault.
Kaya said,
That's where you get strategic and you go offline and you make your own group chat and you say, girl, I don't like your leadership style in scenes. I need you to do this, that, and the third. Let's work together.
well, Gertie
Not
kind of
on
runs them up.
camera, but off camera, you put the plan into place.
Gertie's hard to control when she get in that emotional state. It's just she don't want to listen. And in order to win this game and win some favor at the table, you're gonna have to calm down. God dang.
But
Kaya,
Kiki can't
I don't like
lead.
those, but I will agree that when she came on the show, she has an aura about her that screams power and beauty. Yeah. She walked up in that motherfucker to
Yeah.
belong there. She didn't second guess. Her self-esteem ain't low. She ain't bringing no childhood trauma to the table, trying to over-explain herself. I'm here, bitches. I've arrived. Any and all of that I've left in my therapist's office.
Now move over.
Don't matter. Listen, let me tell you something. Don't nobody care. All that stuff. I had a boss, and she taught me that. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care about all that. Show up.
And that's real.
Yeah.
But you know what, Queen? You about to like me for this next statement. Lord. Stephanie, baby darling, honey boo darling. You were doing too much by talking about Alexia's husband, a man that you don't know. When you're first meeting someone, you can't. I understand you want to be team whatever because you heard what she was going through, but you can't speak on somebody in a circumstance that you weren't present for and you didn't see.
She just out of line. She just running her mouth. That's why her sisters don't fool with her.
I don't like Stephanie, so anything y'all say.
I think Stephanie's doing too much, and I felt like she was dangling her jet like somebody dangles a carrot in front of a horse, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, and
When she
didn't nobody
offered
really
up,
want to get on it though.
when she offered up the jet in the first place, the life drained from her husband's face.
Because he was counting the money. You doing too
He
much.
was.
That in the budget. Let me ask you this real quick. She was shocked that Marisol turned her down.
I don't know why. Because if you really came in and you're looking at the dynamics of the group, then you should know.
Because
You should know.
she used to slinging her power and her influence around, her money around, and getting people to go against each other and cross each other. So she ain't never seen anything like that. So instead of calling it a friendship, she's calling it manipulation and kiss ass and blah, blah, blah. But I'm glad that Marisol said no. And the fact that you pulled Alexia in to see if Alexia would disconnect from Marisol just to ride with you and hang out with you. No, that's dumb. That's crazy.
You know what, Queen? I have a question to you about that. What do you feel like she was trying to do? Cause
Just trying to
me
test their
personally,
loyalty.
Well, no, she wanted to be the HBIC. She want to be the bitch in charge. She runs Shoma. She's coming in like a bull. She's
no, she
running.
thinks she runs Shoma. Her husband, daddy, runs Shoma.
But your question is, what is she trying to do? She's trying to take this. She's snatching it.
Yep.
That's
Well, I
it.
guess she did because she got first chair, huh? Right next to Alexia.
Well, I
Oh,
Behind
mean,
girl,
it's
Alexia.
a good look.
girl,
She's the
she
richest.
bought that chair.
Oh,
Stop.
hold
How
on.
she bought the chair?
Get out of here, girl. Listen, it's a good look. I mean, they don't have a lot of ratings. It's a new face. She's the Heather Dubrow of Miami. Let's try something different. So let's give her first chair. Hopefully, she'll come back.
You know what, Queen? That's a good analogy. Don't she remind you of Heather Dubrow? She really does.
From a
Because
business perspective, if you think about what Bravo is doing and why they would give her first chair, make it make sense. Okay, we got a new face, we got a little bit of money, we got brand recognition in the marketplace. It makes sense. Give her first chair. Let's see what she does. And it brings more attention to the show. It's brilliant.
Well, let's see.
go ahead, marketing exec. Queen, you need to run stuff. They couldn't
No, I
handle
don't.
you.
Girl, they
They
will
couldn't
fire me.
handle you.
I'm too rough around the
They're
edges.
fired.
They would be like, get her out of here.
But you would ask the real stuff that people would want to know, though, Queen. You would get down to the nitty gritty, and you would call people out, and you wouldn't have favorites
But
like some people.
it's too much for that. You get what I'm saying? It's too much
Got
for
you.
that. It's a
Yeah.
little bit too raw. Like, see, that's why I know where I fit in. I'm gonna stay in my lane. Classy Quiller says Heather is too rich to be on OC. She should be on Beverly Hills, but she's not a good fit for Beverly Hills. Her money is, but not her personality.
No, them girls will eat her alive.
Alive. And she
She
would come
wouldn't
on
laugh.
Beverly Hills trying to run shit like she do on OC.
OC.
Yeah.
I could see. What's that lady name? Oh, God, I have her.
Just describe it. What lady?
The Southern Belle of Beverly Hills. I could see her and Heather getting into it.
Sutton.
Sutton. I could see Sutton and Heather battling it out. I can see it.
Well, Sutton will hand Heather her ass.
Yep.
I mean, but I don't want to see Heather on Beverly Hills. I don't. She's not snappy enough. She's too fake. I like Heather sometimes, and right when I get ready to like her is normally when I feel like she's about to stand up to Tamara, and then it falls flat. And Daryl say, I got to start watching. Listen, Daryl, if you start watching these shows and reviewing them, baby, when I tell you, yeah. But I feel like Heather be falling flat.
I agree with what this person just said.
Masood will trade her in.
Why y'all say that?
Because the same way you get them is how you lose them.
Because allegedly she
was
was
the assistant
of the wife.
No, lying.
Allegedly.
Girl, there's a whole video. There's videos about it.
Send me the video. But listen, she said she was 20-something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what the wife
old
do.
enough
You
to
know
have
damn well
sense.
you don't pick no 20-something-year-old to be around your rich ass husband.
That's where she made her first mistake.
Baby, I would have got me a cafeteria worker. This Miss Brenda. Now.
She typed. She answered phones.
Shit, this Miss Brenda. Hey, Miss Brenda, this is my like. Oh my. I don't know. Do you think Masood? I'm not noticing the chemistry.
She moved into the first wife's house and redecorated it.
I said I don't see the chemistry. Do y'all?
No.
I haven't seen them on screen enough to really clock the chemistry, honestly.
I don't see no chemistry at all. I'm sorry. No.
Okay.
I think that's a trophy transactional marriage.
I know she moved in that house, but I didn't know the background of it. I didn't know he put the first one out.
She said, she even was shady about it. She said, old wife out, new wife in. She said it.
I heard that part, but I didn't know the background.
There's no shame in her game.
You get what I'm saying? The background is the entire story. Like, I knew that. I heard her say all that, but I didn't know the background that she cheated with him.
Yeah, that's the word in the streets. That's why his kids don't fool with him. Because supposedly he took money from their trusts for her. That's the word in the streets
How
too.
much is
Alleged.
show my worth, y'all? Does anybody know? Can somebody Google because I was like, is this money? It's just too flaunty for me.
They're saying that they're going broke. That's the word on the Miami streets.
Oh,
That they don't really own that
oh.
debt anymore,
Let me Google it.
and there's things funny going on with the business.
Like Kyle and Mauricio's real estate venture.
Yeah, that's the word on the street.
Okay. Yeah,
Ooh,
I was
child.
like, let
Because
me.
remember, Alexia said to her at Guerdy's party outside, "Do you want me to talk about what's going on with you and Masood?" And she kind of fell
She
back. She said,
lost
"No."
it.
Go ahead,
She
finish.
said,
What?
"Yeah." She said, "No, I don't want you to talk." She literally said, "No, I don't want you talking about my husband." And she said, "Okay, fine, Alexia. I won't talk about Todd ever again."
Oh,
She
I
fell
heard.
back in that
Yep,
moment.
yep. I remember. They said they have a net worth exceeding $300 million. Mm.
I can believe it. He seems like old Middle Eastern money.
It's just something about her. I don't want to say it.
Say it, girl.
It's giving Butchie.
Yep.
Where the mayor of YouTube at? It's giving Butchie.
I
What's
don't think
lying,
she has it
mayor?
like that. I don't. People who have it like that, they
They
don't
don't floss
flaunt
it.
it. That lady
Yeah.
on Beverly Hills that has Simpsons money. She
You
doesn't.
talking about Tiffany? What's her
Yes.
name?
What's her name? I remember her name. I just know that she got
Tiffany Till.
Simpsons. She
Tiffany
got
Tilly.
Simpsons money, and she doesn't do any of the things that I'm seeing Stephanie do.
Who?
But
Hold on.
Sutton,
Hold on, y'all. Who?
the lady on Beverly Hills, whose
Who?
Tiffany
husband,
Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly.
Just, I'm sorry,
yeah,
Jennifer Tilly. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's why I was like, hold on. I had to make sure. I was like, look, Jennifer
Sorry,
Tilly.
Queen. My
No.
apologies.
That's okay. I want to make sure. No, the audience follows. So, okay,
that's why I
pick a
call her
comparison. Okay,
Simpsons
so
money.
what were
She
you
doesn't
saying about
do.
Jennifer Tilly? How I see a
She
TV?
doesn't operate like Stephanie operates. Jennifer has the type of money that, okay, if she walks in a room and wants to say my Hermes bag 30 times, I could understand it, but she doesn't need to do all of that. Same with Sutton. Sutton has a lot of money too, and she's not walking around flaunting it in the way that we see Stephanie
It's just something that's off with the dynamics with Steph.
flaunting it.
It's not him. He's very subdued. He comes in, get his pasta, get his wine, jeans, whatever. It's something with her. And I don't know if he has a mistress. I don't know if she's competing with somebody, but she's pushing herself out there to make sure everybody knows she is Miss Masood. And I don't know why. The gifts, it's just something. Like I can read between all of that as a married woman. I'm like, you're doing too much. You're doing way too much. We know you got him. We know that's your husband. We know you got a jet. We know it's just something that does not seem genuine. And I
And
guess
then
those
she said her jet was bigger than Nicole's jet, and her jet couldn't even hold the entire cast when Nicole's jet could accommodate the entire cast.
Oh yeah, she said classy. She said she don't talk to her sisters because uh she feel like she went they mixed business with family and it just went completely left and it just split the family down the middle and they don't like her tone of voice and that's just how she talks. But I'm sure if she continues to lead, if it's a false narrative that they'll come out, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
And speak and clear
Living
their name.
Yeah, if she stays around, they're absolutely going to start talking.
Mm-hmm.
They're absolutely going to start talking.
And then
Because
she brought up her
eventually,
sisters to her parents. I don't think her mom was comfortable with that. You're not gonna
they're
bash.
not here to defend themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think the parents have to be on her side because she's the one with the money.
And she paying all the bills.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't know that, do we?
But I mean, their reaction, as you saw in the scene, gives don't talk about your sisters. They're not here to defend themselves, but the mom couldn't say it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. They said it's gonna come out. I'm waiting for Larsa to turn on Steph. You see how Larsa be side-eyeing her, sizing her up?
Even when she told Larsa, "Oh, you need to stop dating athletes," Larsa was
Oh,
pissed off in that moment.
she did. Yeah, I saw that look when she was getting her hair done and they was talking.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. She was pissed off. She didn't like that comment.
Yeah, that's
And
basically black men.
I think that's really what she wanted to tell you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's exactly what she
Saying
wanted
it
to
without
say.
saying it, she had to use code words.
Athlete, yeah.
She said,
Okay.
date a business, man."
It's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of like
yeah.
it's kind of like using the word too urban. We know what you mean by too urban.
Well, it's too late. Larsa done got the FMB, so it's too late now. She's stuck.
And then the excuse that Larsa gave in the after show, that it's just the lifestyle. I'm just used to, you know, uh, athletes, wanting to party and all of that. And I'm like, lady, you are almost 60. What are we talking about?
Oh, shit.
No, but no, if you think about look what you have to do to get
To
it.
keep them?
The
Oh, okay.
lifestyle. Number one, how many times did she say she had to have she slept with that man? 15. How many times? You remember when she told her business on Watch What Happens Live?
I don't believe that.
Oh,
But how
that she
many
was
times
doing it
though?
every night, like literally every 2 times or something like
I
that a
She
believe
night.
said
her.
three
Let me
times a
tell you
night,
why.
right?
No, I believe her. They do drugs, y'all. Drugs make you do
Oh,
that.
you right. You right. You right, Queen. You right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because Larsa wants us to believe that when Marcus was down there on the beach with her, he was the only one doing the white stuff.
She alive.
Queen.
When they got caught in those pictures and he had the stuff on his face.
Yeah.
Queen.
Ain't no way that he just started doing snorting coke after you left him. Girl, quit playing and you having sex 5 times a day. Nah, you was on that Miley. I mean, you was on that Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
I told y'all they be having them freak off parties. Did I see you saw all them girls around him? What did I tell y'all? I said when I sat in that courtroom, baby, I was like, let me stay out these people business. When you said, I don't believe
Uh-uh.
they have sex that many times a day. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Queen.
Hmm.
Queen, do you think she called the paparazzi on Marcus like Lisa said?
Probably.
I
I
believe
believe
it.
she did it. I believe she did.
Lisa ain't got no reason to lie and be all up in their business. Lisa probably like a
She
little
learned
smoke too.
she
Lisa
learned
know
that
more
from
than
the
anybody on the
Kardashians.
cast.
She learned that from the Kardashians. The Kardashians in the
Yeah.
beginning used to call paparazzi on themselves all the time.
Girl, they sell their own tapes. What you mean?
I
We not talking about no Kardashians. Y'all keep trying to go to them. Listen, y'all like let me find out y'all some Kardashian girls.
No,
uh-uh.
ma'am, I don't do those whores. No.
I do not.
This year to my baby. You see, they keep trying to sneak. Let's go to the Kardashians.
No,
Because
ma'am. I
They
don't
ain't getting
Larsa's
support
no,
women
they ain't
like
getting
that.
no
proximity.
shine. They ain't getting no shine from the palace. Period. They gonna have to earn it.
I know that's
It's,
right, Queen. Tell
it's
them.
Larsa's proximity to them, and Larsa trying to be them and look like them.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
gonna
why
tell
they
y'all
keep
this.
covered up.
I think the most genuine person
Ooh.
on the show is Martina.
Huh?
Martina.
Huh?
I think she's genuine.
How so?
She's genuine to her spouse. She's backing her spouse. She genuine, a genuine person. She believes whatever Julia tells her. She assumes the best. Like she don't assume the worst. So if you tell me Guerdy betrayed you, I'm gonna believe you. You know what I mean? Genuine. She's a genuine person.
I
She
feel
called
the same way about
her,
Russell.
huh?
I feel the
Russell's
same
the
way
same
about
way.
Russell. Russell's the same.
Because when Julia tried to talk to him at that party, he was like, in my mind, he was like, "Girl, if you don't walk away from me."
And he went straight to his wife and
He
told
gave
his
her
wife.
nothing. He gave Julia nothing.
Yep. And PSM say too bad her wife isn't genuine to her. Right.
Oh,
And that's true. But you know, she just being a good spouse. You could tell from her facial expressions when Julia was talking about the kids, she kind of froze up a little bit. Because she doesn't want them to be put. I'm not talking about the two kids they adopted, but the other girl. She wanted to make sure Julia didn't say anything that would take them too far down the road that they couldn't recover from.
You know what, Queen? You have a point because she did do that during that dinner.
First of all, Julia has not been a mother to those girls. They live in France with their dad, and they're off in. Not, I won't even say they live with their dad. They're in boarding school. In one season, Julia didn't even know the name of the school they attend. Didn't even know
I'm
the
dead.
names of their teachers.
I'm dead.
So
Yeah.
how far can they really take it if you're not even being a mother for real, for real? And then you're adopting two new babies and y'all are old. Now, if something happens to you, the only family those two boys have are those girls.
Well, nuh-uh. They don't have those girls. Let me tell you
Well,
why.
that
Those
part.
those are grown adults. Beyonce has a little brother, but he don't
Ooh.
have Beyonce. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. See, we keep it real over here.
Queen,
They-
you took my breath away when you said it.
yeah, it's the truth. Those girls do not see those boys as their family. And
Nope.
Beyonce's brother is her blood because her daddy went out and cheated on her mom and had that. You think those girls gonna lean in for those two little boys? Absolutely not. No reason to. They're not there. They're not in proximity to them. They don't know them. So it's easier to stay apart than to try. They don't understand it. They don't agree with it. Was probably never on board with it. It's that's not their family. And that's just real talk.
And that even makes it more sad, even
Why?
more sad that they went and adopted those kids because
Oh, I got
what's the plan B if something happens to you?
mm,
And they are babies. Martina pushing 80.
is she?
I don't know. She look
He's
80.
like 67.
She's 67?
Like
Okay.
67 or like 68, one of them.
Lot. I mean, it's a lot to take on, but I just all you can do. I hope they have enough money for resources like nannies and stuff like that. But I like Alexia a lot. I like people that like themselves because I feel like they show up authentically. Y'all don't like her. Y'all think she's bitchy, but she owns it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I think she's out there. You know what to expect from her. That's why I like Alexia. Um, Guerdy, I think she's nice. I just this season hasn't been her best. I don't like, and it could be editing too, because they can kind of do what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Like Todd said,
Mm-hmm.
the producers in those dark editing rooms, they are the devil. Like he
I think
said.
Guerdy's gonna have to. I saw a comment, and I should have highlighted it where somebody said, "I ain't hiding myself for nobody," and that's true. But don't out talk the room.
And I think she's figured that out. And I promise you, Queen, I just know it.
You think
That the
so?
reunion is going to change your mind. And I can't wait for Party in the Chat
Okay, so
when the
are you?
reunion drops.
What did Guerdy tell you gonna be her strategy at the reunion?
She didn't tell me anything, but I just know. Based on how she has been delivering in some of these interviews, Alexia flip-flopping all over the place now. I just know that she went to that reunion and she ate down. I just
Look,
know it.
I don't know. You can't go by interviews because a lot of these people be want to know what you gonna ask me prior to the interview. So it looks like they're owning it, but that's kind of cheating if you got the questions 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time.
But I still hold on to what I said. I feel like when the reunion drops, I heard it was October.
Okay.
So let's revisit
Let me find out you've been
in
talking to Guerdy
October.
behind the scenes. Let me find out Guerdy in my chat tonight.
Let's revisit come October.
Like,
Party in the
you
chat.
talking like you know something. If you
I'm
see
gonna be
something,
I'm
say
gonna be
something.
in here.
Like they say in
Uh,
the street.
it's word on the streets. I have
Yeah.
my ears to the ground in these Miami streets.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we gonna come back. Listen. I'll bow down if she kill it. If she better not walk off like Garcelle did.
Okay, I agree with you there. She better not do that because then
Yeah,
that's gonna make me mad. I love me some Guerdy, but you better not walk off that damn stage. You better stand down, 10 toes down, and stand on business, please.
Yeah, and
But
cry
remember,
before you
she
come
ate them
out.
up. Remember, she got them together at the last
She
reunion
did.
too.
She
Yeah,
She
but we
did.
did.
can't keep living in the past.
But
Ooh,
if we can go off of just the last reunion and reunions before, we know Guerdy eats down at the reunion. She puts them in their place at the reunion.
We gonna see. I hope so. I think she's going. I think she's going to be conflicted. I think she's going to, as she sits back in real time and watch it with us. I think I think the worst thing she can do is watch herself on television before the reunion, because then she gonna overthink it.
I don't agree.
Okay.
ooh.
Yep.
I think
I don't know.
she's watching scenes play out, and she's seen some of the things that's been said behind her back. And she's coming at people one by one and not just cursing them out. She's coming with receipts.
See, I don't want to see like a 150-page text essay. I don't want to go through all that on a reunion. Just get to the point and cook
I
and eat.
agree. I agree
Yeah.
because the binders and the poster boards.
Not
Okay,
the band-
all right, we over
not the
that. Let's do
banders.
something new.
That's it. But look, party in the chat. Thank you, ladies, for coming up. Thank you to the chat. They still hanging out with us. We know it's late, y'all. We've been on for a little bit over 2 hours. We gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna be waiting for the reunion. How I see it, TV said I'm gonna bow down. She said I'm gonna have to bow down come reunion time.
Team Guerdy over here. Team
Team
Guerdy.
Guerdy.
Listen, you see how they do me, y'all.
We love you, Queen.
I know. I love y'all too. Look, y'all, they did me dirty, y'all. They said I'm gonna have to bow down. How I see it.
Because when I saw the promo for the party in the chat tonight, and you said Guerdy doing a lot, I was like, what has Guerdy done?
I saw you tag me on Instagram.
I clutched my purse immediately. I was like, I gotta
I
set
knew
my
you was
alarm for
coming.
this.
I knew you was coming. I said, "Oh, I know if let me see where there she is." But no, it's Guerdy. I want you to do better, Guerdy. And I said what I said. Kiki, you see, Kiki's an afterthought.
Well, Kiki unfollowed Guerdy, so we know Guerdy aired her up at the reunion.
Yeah, they unfollowing each other, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bye, Kiki.
All right. So thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Thank you to the panel and thank you to the chat. We've been on a little bit over two hours. Thank you, Linda. She said, great live. Let my people go rest, child. So I will see y'all a little bit tomorrow. Have a good night and happy Monday, everybody.
Bye.
Blessings. Good night.
You all should be ashamed. You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brady. Fred Sanford, you just left the house of the Lord. And now I'm in my house. All y'all ought to be ashamed drinking like a school of fish. My Bible says, be not drunk with wine. What did it say about scotch? Hey, why'd you go someplace else? Why'd you go ugly up somebody else's house? Who you calling ugly, sucker? You.